upload.
Thank you. Okay, welcome everyone. This is the multi-large working group, 24th of May, 2001. So let's kick off with what's been done. And Chun, you have the first.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, actually a great achievement. So we completely disconnected NFS from the GitLab.com, and it was a great outcome after several back and forth discussions. This is great. Yeah, I see Mary.
I agree.
Yes, that is worth it on record. Okay.
Yeah. Congratulations to everyone.
Absolutely. And then following on a great week, we got the API service 100% migrated, running in production last week as well. So huge milestone there. So next we just have the tidy up pieces to do to finish this migration off. So tidy up pieces and fine tune the setup. But we have traffic running and it's looking good.
That's another major milestone. Too good this week.
That one has been a long time coming, and I am looking forward to the insights that we gain due to this switch.
Absolutely. Absolutely, for both of them. Great. And then on the what's happening next. So in delivery, we're planning to spend June paying down some tech debt that we have, and then preparing to go into the web fleet. So we just want to make sure that we have learned everything we have from the API service migration and get things, get metrics updated and runbooks and everything in place before the web moves over. Great. Any comments on either what's been done or what's happening next? No? Great. So blockers, so these are kind of the early stage. As we get closer and into the web fleet, we'll certainly have additional blockers that we come across, but we have a few that are already known. So just to share those for visibility. So we have workhorse graceful shutdown, which I'll just read your comment, John, since we've been on the issue. So it's scheduled in for 14.1. So that will be coming in. We have an interesting one under B, which is we need to find a way to configure the Nginx ingress to support web. So we made a small short-term change, which allowed us to migrate the API. So we'll need to find a broader way to handle that. There are some options on there, which we'll be investigating. But there is a request if distribution have any time to help us think those things through. If you have any other ideas, that would be much appreciated.
Now that this is well written out, I'm going to be following along and seeing what I can figure out to help. Yeah.
Great. And then C is a potential blocker. So we don't know how much this affects the web yet, but as we went through the API service migration, there were a number of environment variables and they're not settings inside the application. So we need to review whether web has similar settings. It seems possible it will do, given how the API was set. So those would be good ones. Now, I don't know, Jason, whether you want to verbalize your comment there.
Sure. So we do have an open discussion that's a follow-up. We're proposing a method to be able to pull those environment in from secrets, basically using a known pattern elsewhere in the community and just making this possible for you folks as quickly as possible without having to do setting of environment variables in an unsafe way. We've implemented the short term just so that you can move forward with production. We're not writing documentation for it right now because we're still discussing and evaluating. What I do want to note is that this is something that is actually a problem overall, because if we have to deal with secrets that are not being held in a safe manner, it doesn't matter if it's in cloud native, it doesn't matter if it's case, doesn't matter if it's an omnibus. In omnibus, if it's in the RB file, which is where you set environment variables, it then actually gets written to the file system again under the run its environment setup, and then you've got 2 copies of it unencrypted on disk. Right, so there's a long running epic in distribution to handle these kinds of things, and we need buy-in from the entire application suite. And this is just one more impact of that.
Jason, follow-up question to that. This still sounds like a workaround to me. Like, is there a reason why the application itself, so either through a config file or through a setting in the database, can't do this instead? So on a different level?
No, I'm 100% behind you on that.
The reason why I'm asking that is we are going to have to automate hopefully hundreds of environments. So if I have to go, or the team has to go and do these things separately for separate situations, like that's going to be overhead that is really high. We did it once for .com and it was already high. So is there a way for us to just split all of these items into separate issues and put them on the higher level, meaning within the application, rather than the workaround on the distribution level?
Correct. I'm 100% behind you. These should not be handled this way. I'm just trying to make sure that we don't block GitLab.com's migration any more than we absolutely have to. This is not long-term fix. This is make it not a blocker.
Okay. So can we do them both? Like, let's make sure that we have also the issues created for this, and we can then use the product prioritization process. And I think soon this is going to become blocker for others, not only for .com.
Yep.
Who would like the action of splitting out the issues?
I'm not hearing anybody chime in.
It's an overwhelming leap for that one. Are there many? Chun, should we maybe go through these and work out? Because I think the question, I'm happy to do the splitting out, just make sure they go in the right ownership. Should we collaborate on making these land in the right place?
Yes, let's collaborate offline here. Find out.
I'll wait for you to recover, like in a day or two.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let's find out the issues and keep it in the backlog.
Great. Okay. Excellent. Cool. And then moving on to the discussion points. Dylan.
Yep, I just wanted to kind of re-bring this up. Mark had commented most recently about bringing somebody into the conversation. And I wasn't sure if anybody had any initial thoughts, or before we kind of move forward. I figured distribution can pick it up if needed. And I guess we can just reach out if we have any problems. But if anybody's posed, or Jason, if you have any thoughts on this, this testing that we're going to do.
Effectively, we just need to be able to stand one up at the right scale with all the components and hammer it. And then it will show us where the faults lie. I don't know that that specifically falls to distribution. The distribution can be involved. I think that falls more towards QE than to us specifically.
I would like to see delivery participate in this, Amy. Like, not necessarily being the lead, but definitely like taking a part, because this is going to be a large learning experience for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, fair point. Does anyone feel comfortable us doing this without Gitly involved? Should we find a way to coordinate the three teams? And I guess quality as well, at least for guidance, right, on how to do this. Yeah. Okay, so I suspect we don't have everyone here today. Dylan, should we sync up on this one and see what we can get, like see if we can get ZJ and someone from Mech's team to help us?
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Amy, start with Tim Zalman. He's probably the better choice. ZJ might be the rep, but I just want to make sure Tim's aware of kind of what's going on here.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense. All right, I'll open up an issue so we can at least start. In fact, I'll continue on here. I'll add a comment to the to 3474. We can sync from there.
Okay,
Yeah,
and I can.
Good.
I can drive this too.
Perfect. Great. Thanks, Dylan.
Yep.
Great. Are there any other discussion points that people want to bring up? No? Okay. And anything else at all that people want to mention? Fantastic. Okay, so enjoy your minutes back. Thank you, everyone, and see you soon. Bye.